Good, thank you, Corey. Good afternoon, everyone. We'll call the Hawarden, Iowa City Council to order on Wednesday, August the 9th, 2023 at 5:32 p.m. John is unable to be with us. Travis is with us on the phone. One public hearing, no one in the audience, so that, let's say, show up. First standard agenda item, approval of the July 26, 2023 regular City Council meeting minutes. Is there a motion for that approval?
So moved.
Been moved by Travis. Is there a second? Yep. Seconded by Monty. All in favor then of the July 26, 2023 regular City Council meeting minutes, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? That passes 4-0. Next, move to claims for payment. Monty, do you have questions? Travis, questions?
None, thank you.
Patty?
I have none.
Rob?
No questions.
Is there a motion for claims for payment?
So moved.
Moved by Rob. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Patty. All in favor of the claims for payment for today, August 9th, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? No. They pass 3-1. No one for open business from the community. Mayor's report. Just a reminder that school will be starting up in the future, so please start to slow down and watch for children coming and going to school. Also, the Big Sioux River Labor Day celebration will be here before we know it. Please give thought to how you can volunteer or be a part of the festivities. If you wish to do that, please call or let Julie know at the chamber office. We'll move to staff reports and start with Jacob, please.
Just in the prep for the audit right now, is still going at that, and nothing else much going on.
Okay, thank you. Travis,
Fun
please.
times.
A finishing crew will be here tomorrow to start getting the intersections and driveways ready to pour on the north section of Avenue L. The south section should be paved next week. That's depending on concrete availability and weather. They haven't picked a date for that yet. So as soon as they do, we'll get that out to everyone. Grading has begun on the 7th Street substation. There'll be bid opening next Tuesday, August 15th at 1:30 for the general contractor. And then we'll bring that to the council next meeting. That's all I have.
Avenue L, they can really go, can't they? With
Yeah, once they get the concrete there, they can just
Cool.
keep going.
yeah, they got a good crew.
Move on down.
Thanks for their work. Wanda, please.
Couple of items. In your memo, I mentioned to you that we had an issue or an accident at the fire department station. We do have the estimates back. The fire station itself is approximately $5,000 to fix. That is under our deductible, so that will be all of our expense. And the truck was approximately $16,000 to fix with a $1,000 deductible. The 16th and L property, Jenny is just finishing up the deeds on that, so we should have clear ownership of that shortly. The pool is closing August 18th. That will be a Friday, right before school starts. Just want to remind everybody, and especially the council and mayor, that elections for city offices, the information is posted on our website. And for anybody that would like to take out papers, they can do that beginning August 28th. They can actually come in and get the papers, they just can't return them until the 28th, first date. So that information is out on the website. Otherwise, excuse me, they can call the office and talk with me. We also have put out on the website sealed bids for the McKee edition that we talked about last time. Sealed bids are due on the 23rd, which is the next council meeting, by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The fire department is also selling 2 of their trucks for sealed bids, and that information is also out on the website, and that is due September 13th. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Carol?
We were fortunate to get some money in from some grants, the Land O'Lakes grant, CFE grant, and the DNR grant. We did receive that money. All of those monies went to the fire department, to their capital equipment fund. We are waiting for one more grant, which I'm feeling very confident about. So that one should be in pretty soon. This coming weekend on, I believe it is Sunday, is the Memorial Golf Tournament, which is a fundraiser for the golf course. So if anybody'd like to still sign up, I think there are still a few openings for that. September 8th is the Northwest Iowa Developers Partner Meeting. We're going to have it this year at the Grand Falls Casino. You guys are all welcome to come for a lunch, and if you want to play golf, we have a special rate for golf that afternoon. So it's a Friday, so you can leave work early and stay. Other than that, just working on a few other deals with the housing issues, which is going well. We're going to start another rehab on a home here pretty quick.
Great, Carol, thank you very much, and thanks for getting those grants for the fire department. Corey?
Got our ads out for the police officer position. We've had 12 applicants so far, looking to close that application process on the 18th, and then go through the physical fitness testing for those that are required to do so, and do all the backgrounds and everything like that. Usually cuts that number about in half. So we look to get, I'd like to see a lot more applicants, but it's a good start at least.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much. Jenny? Nothing. Okay, thank you. Any questions for staff or council comments? Hearing none, we'll move to agenda item number 3. This would be a public hearing for the application with the USD Rural Development for financial assistance to purchase a snowplow truck. I'll open the public hearing. Make any comments during the public hearing, Carol?
Well, this is just, again, formality. This public hearing is really just a question and answer. If anyone in the community maybe would wonder how the USDA works and how this came about, but it's really a formality.
Okay, have we received anything at the front city office in this regard from anyone?
No, we have not.
Okay. Any comments from council? I'll close the public hearing. Moves us to agenda item number 4, Resolution 2023-63, approval of the contract for Missouri Basin Municipal Power Agency to administer the renewable energy certificates. Would you give us an overview with that, please?
Due to new legislation, RECs, which are renewable energy certificates, they must be certified by the producer, which would be WAPA, who has our power from the dams. They certify that X amount of kilowatt hours were sent to Hawarden, and this contract would allow Missouri River Energy Services to manage those RECs for us at no charge. Just another added benefit for having them in our corner.
Jenny, did you see any questions with the contract? No. Okay. Is there a motion for Resolution 2023-63?
I make a motion.
Motion by Patty. Is there a second?
Second it.
Seconded by Rob. Call for a roll call vote. Jacob for Resolution 2023-63.
Clucky,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Olson,
Aye.
Harvey,
On a 4-0 roll call vote, Resolution 2023-63 passes. Our thanks to MRES for their good assistance with that. Agenda item number 5, approval of the annual utility and ambulance write-offs. Do we have any questions from council about that? Are we pretty, did see the numbers?
No, I mean, annually, I know we write them off, and then we we turn them into the state, so we try to get reimbursed through vehicle, different areas, so, no, I don't have a problem with it, so I make a motion to approve it.
Been a motion by Patty, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Rob. All in favor then of the approval of the annual utility and ambulance write-offs, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? That passes 4-0. Thanks to our staff for working hard with those utility customers prior to them getting that far. Approval of plate request number 3 to Holstein Excavation, Inc.
It's just the third payment to them based on the material and work that's been completed to the date.
So moved.
Been a motion by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Patty. All in
Just
favor?
to
Nope.
let everybody know, how much was the third payment? Yes, I see it's written
Yeah.
there. I just want it on the record.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, for the payment request, $512,080.40.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Monty. Motion by Travis, seconded by Patty for their approval of the pay request number 3 to Holstein Excavation. All in favor of that pay request, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? That also passes 4-0. Discussion number 7 on the request for a subordination agreement for the special assessments for Avenue L Street project.
So we have received a request from a financial institution on our special assessments. They have not, there's a lien against the property holders on Avenue L for that special assessment. It is whatever the amount was initially. We will, once the project is finished, come back with what the actual special assessment amounts will be. They will not be more than what's out there. So the subordination is a lien ahead of anybody that files a mortgage behind us, and the bank is asking us to subordinate our lien in front of their mortgage. This isn't an existing mortgage. This was filed after our special assessment was with the treasurer. And I guess we're asking for direction because if anybody does a refinance on their loan going forward over the next 10 years, if you subordinate this, we would need to subordinate all of those, if that's my correct understanding.
I think you would need to, treat everyone fairly. One forwarded me the request, I thought this is something that probably needs city attention, direction. Not uncommon for a financial institute to ask to subordinate. But I think it's something that the city needs to be aware of, that these requests will likely continue in the event of refinance. Or, I guess if it's sold, the special assessment would probably be paid off.
Yeah, because it would constitute a lien against it, so at the closing, that would have to be paid before
It's primarily
just refinances.
So, pretty standard, but something that if there's any major opposition by council, probably we would need to let the banks know now and know that future requests should be treated the same.
Thoughts from council? Excuse me.
I can understand that. I mean, people sell houses after the fact, and there's just things that happen before, or not before, but after things. Before you're trying to finish construction, you're gonna have different things pop up, so, keep their option. Yeah, I understand that.
So if the property would, for whatever reason, go into foreclosure, we are not in first position, and typically, we found that on 16th and L, we didn't get our money back, so that is the risk that we're running.
And that can happen.
Yep. So we're just looking for direction on how you want us to
What they do on the other street project then? They
subordinate.
subordinate?
I don't know if they had any requests, so
I don't think
have
they
any.
did.
The request that was made, honestly, it was almost expected, like, just sign this off and return. So I'm assuming this happens, and typically the request is granted and signed off and returned, but
The other option for the
What happens
financial,
if we don't?
well, the other option for the financial institution would be to have that as part of the loan,
yeah.
and it gets paid off.
Yeah, I think, Travis, I think that would be the answer. If we don't, the mortgage is gonna be second. Are they gonna deny a refinance because they're not first in line? I don't know. Or would they pay it, get the special assessment paid off so they are first in line? I can almost see that happening.
Yep.
Is it city's problem? No, but does it impact the resident who's trying to refinance? Yes.
If they don't have the capacity to make that as part of their loan or pay off the special assessment.
Right.
And they're cutting it pretty fine.
Yeah, I think I would do it.
You would allow the subordination agreement? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
I mean, you can't.
Rob?
Is it just one property?
Well, this will be setting a
This will be setting
precedent.
it- Oh,
Right,
okay.
that's what I was
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
wondering too.
And I think the only time it really is going to happen will be on the special assessments
Correct.
that are refinancing. It wouldn't happen on a sale. In this one, my guess is they probably started the refinance project before it was filed, I don't know, before the special assessment was filed, or they just didn't alert.
They either didn't do a title report prior to filing the mortgage, because the mortgages have already been filed. So they must, either they missed it on the title report, or it didn't show up on their abstract, or whatever. But mortgages are already out there,
So right now, the city's first in line,
correct?
or at least
Subject.
first before that.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
We need to be first in line. I thought we were talking about one property. I was, sorry.
No, that's fine,
No,
that's a
it
good
could
question.
Open the door.
No.
Well, and I don't really want to tie the hands of councils further down either.
Yep.
Well, I want the city to be first in line, I guess.
I
was thinking we
think
had
so,
one,
yes.
one property that was maybe a problem, and you can have that
Mm-hmm.
in the time frame that you do something like this, but, so under that, I'm like, I would want the city to be the first in line. So, now that I understand it better, no. I mean,
You know, and I think the other, I mean, we could always just tell them, no, at this point in time,
Yeah.
the city's not inclined unless
No.
they want to come make a pitch as far as whatever, so be it, but the city essentially would be forfeiting
Your position. Mhm.
which they are going to be second in line to any house subject to a mortgage filed before that, which is probably a
Right.
majority of them.
So that, excuse me, to give direction to Juan and staff at this time, do not sign that agreement.
Okay, we have two of them, so I won't sign either one, they're two separate pieces of property. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your discussion with that, and Jenny, thanks for your input there. Warren City Sanitation increased landfill charge. Pardon me.
OC Sanitation notified us that they have increased landfill costs at $5 per ton, and this actually began July 1st. We just received notification within the last couple weeks. Per our contract with OC Sanitation, the increase would be 65 cents per residential household per month, and we have approximately 960 customers each month. Our ordinance does not spell this fee out, and after talking with Jenny, if you decide to pass this on to our residential customers, it would require a resolution that I would bring back next time. The other option is for the city to pay this. It would be approximately $600 and some every month. So we're just kind of looking for some direction on how to proceed on that.
Does Orange City Sanitation own the landfill?
No, the landfill is a
Yeah, it's,
non-profit organization
That's
within
what
a
I
lot
thought.
of the
How can-
cities.
How can OC say that the price is going up?
The landfill
increase.
told everyone else about the $5 increase. And since OC Sanitation pays for that dumping fee per ton, in our contract with them, the language said, if the landfill fees go up, they're able to recoup some of that.
Is this all of it? I mean, if the contract says some,
Right, no, this is, at the contract, what was the percentage?
It was fixed at 13%.
13%.
But they actually sent it to us at 15%, and we said, no, we have a contract for 13. So obviously, they have to honor that. Either way, they're going to charge us that. And then they had to give us a 30-day notice, and so they have not. So that's why the first time that we will be charged for this is September. And the city will pay for that because we in turn have to give our customers a 30-day notice if the council decides to pass that fee on.
It's not uncommon for landfills to increase those costs, I mean, and we said we'd cover it, so I would say we bring a resolution back and we approve it. It's 65 cents per residence per month?
Right.
Okay, yeah,
And the first time that they could be billed would be in October.
yeah.
I agree.
Okay, thank you, Travis. Monty, Rob?
It's just something we have to do.
Yeah,
Yep.
All right.
okay,
I'll bring back a resolution next time.
okay, thank you. Agenda number 9, consent agenda for the Paradise Bar for liquor license renewal and Sportsman's for a alcohol renewal. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
So moved.
Moved by Rob, seconded by Travis. All in favor of the consent agenda, please say aye.
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 Those opposed?
see, when you don't try.
Passes 4-0. Our next regular meeting will be August 23rd. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion.
Motion by Patty, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Rob. All in favor of adjournment, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. City Council's adjourned.
Took you longer to get